Here are my favorite films of 2019. Marriage Story. An actress and a stage director are pushed through a difficult divorce. The way some films are picked up by culture now, it's awful. Remember when the argument scene between Scarlett Johansson and Mahesh Andrade came out and it was mocked? It turned into a meme. People were using it as an example of like bad acting. But in context of this film, that scene is devastating. And there's dozens of scenes as emotionally devastating as that in this film. The whole thing is just a boiling pot, and the film is like overly long, overly dramatic, and tries to do too many things, just like a relationship does, just like their relationship does. Films like this shouldn't be judged by just a viral clip or a fucking TikTok. The Vast of Night. In a small town, two radio-obsessed teenagers discover a strange frequency on the airwaves. It's a feature-length Twilight Zone episode, basically a modern version of that, with all the ambient wonder that comes from like the childlike gaze of seeing something potentially supernatural or extraterrestrial, and it's just oozing with atmosphere. The Vast of Night was my biggest surprise of the year. I just accidentally stumbled upon it, and I'm so glad I did. It's just cool as hell. Portrait of a Lady on Fire. At the end of the 18th century, a female painter falls in love with an aristocratic bride she's been tasked with painting. This is another one that just hurts so much. It's subtle, it's beautiful, it's, films are art, and this is art of the highest caliber, this is that kind of thing that you look at from afar and go, oh yes, and start stroking your chin. You can't really put something like that into words. It's something that has a profound emotional impact on you, and I always respect films that give me more of an emotional impact, and this is one of the biggest. Dr. Sleep. A grown-up Danny Torrance from The Shining is led back to the Overlook Hotel after meeting a young girl who shares his ability. Stephen King famously hated Stanley Kubrick's The Shining, but Mike Flanagan manages to do the impossible and merge the screen version and the book version by doing this adaptation of the sequel. It shouldn't work, but it does, and Rebecca Ferguson is terrifying.